Good morning, students. We are in Unit 2, Chapter 6, Control Structures. Have you heard the word control structure? We already learnt in C++. Let's see one by one. In the introduction, we are going to see the structure of the program. The program is also known as source code. It contains lot of statements. Those statements includes expression, variable declaration, assignment operation, logical expression, and so on. So these statements can be executed in different ways. Those ways are called control structures. Let's see about control structure. Look at the definition for control structure. A program statement that causes a jump of control from one part of the program to another is called control structure or control statement. That means a program contains lot of statements. All the statements are need not to be executed. If we decide to jump from one part of the program to another part, we may use control structure. So there are three important control structures: sequential, alternative or branching, iterative or looping. Have you all remembered these three? Let's see one by one. The first control structure is sequential. Sequential means it executes one by one all the instructions without any skip, without any pass. It executes all the statements in the program. That is known as sequential control statement. Second one is alternative or branching statement. There are different types of alternative. They are simple if statement, if else statement, if else statement. This program is the example for sequential statement. In this program, x equal to int bracket of input, then bracket of we have to give enter number 1. So within the double quotes, we have written something that will be printed when it display the output. So this int and input are functions. Input function is used to get input through the keyboard. We can get the input string alone with the help of input function. If we want to get numerical number as an input, we have to give int function before the input function. We have already learned in the input function. Is it clear? So next statement is y equal to int bracket of input bracket of enter number 2. Then we have to close two brackets. Then print statement. We can print multiple output with the help of comma. The first statement within the double quotes will be printed. After comma, the expression is given x plus y. When we give the input as runtime, it will be taken value for x and y. When the user run the program, they give the first input as 34 and second input as 56. Then it prints the value 90 as an output. So in this program, all the statements are executed without any skip, without any pass. If all the statements in a program are all executed, it is called sequential statement. Simple if statement is the simplest one in decision making statement. Condition should be in the form of relational or logical expression. So which symbol we have to use in relational expression? Less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. These symbols are known as relational expression. Logical means and, or, not. We can combine 2 or 3 relational expression in logical expression. Have you all learned in operators? Okay, now look at the syntax for simple if. If is a keyword, then we have to give condition, put colon, and then give some spaces, then write statements. Is it clear? How do we call these spaces? Indentation. Indentation indicates block. So this statement block 1 is under if block. Is it clear? This program is the example for simple if statement. In this program, the first statement starts with hash symbol. Why do we use hash symbol? It is a comment line. So comment line doesn't print anything. It says the user that this program is for checking the age, whether it is eligible for voting or not. Is it clear? Now the program starts from the second statement, x equal to int, and then open bracket, input, open bracket, enter your age. So how do we use int function here? We have to get age as a integer number. We have to use int function before the input function. So input function is used to get input in runtime. So we have to use input function. If you want a numerical number as an input, we have to use int function also. Is it clear? Then the next statement is if statement. If is a keyword. X greater than or equal to 18. It is a condition. Then colon. So in Python language, we have to put colon symbol in all the condition. So after that, there may be some spaces for indentation. It helps to identify the block in Python language. So then print statement. In print statement, we are going to print you are eligible for voting. So this is known as simple if. Check the output. Enter your age. It will be printed. The user will give the age, that is 34. With the help of input function, a user can enter their input. So after getting the value 34, it checks the condition 34 greater than 18. It is true, so it print you are eligible for voting. Look at the second output. When the program asks enter your age, and user type 16 as an input. So now look at the output. Nothing will be printed because it checks the condition 16 greater than or equal to 18. It is not correct, so it doesn't print anything. Is it clear? So far we have seen sequential statement and simple if statement with examples. Remainings in the control structure will be discussed later. Thank you, students.